Hello and welcome to the Global Electronics Report. It's Friday, October 21st, and my name is David Burford. The IPC Committee 217 Connected Factory Initiative is moving quickly to deliver the new CFX standard. Trevor Galbraith spoke to two key members of the committee, Jason Spira and Michael Ford. Trevor began by asking Jason on the latest progress.
Well, as you might remember, Trevor, at Apex, we got together about 22 of the major machine sensor and software vendors to discuss the topic. After that time, we actually, the IPC spawned a new committee, a 2-17 committee, that we're now calling the Connected Factory Initiative. That's the effort to build a standard for the industry for factory communications. We also had a meeting in Chicago a couple months afterwards where we had very good attendance, and we built out the structure of the way forward to develop the standard. As a result of the meeting, both in Chicago and at Apex, it was believed that to expedite standard development under the IPC, we could gain value from a protocol that was developed by a third party and build upon that. At the SMT AI show, we discovered that that was not to happen. Of course, we thought that would be a bit of a setback in terms of time to market for the ultimate standard, but as it turned out, another opportunity presented itself at the show. A Tier 1 manufacturer that has actually been engaged in an effort with their very large ecosystem of machine vendors and sensor vendors had actually been doing a great deal of work on factory communication in a normalized manner. And they have indicated that they will donate what they've done in partnership, hopefully, with most of their machine vendors in their ecosystem to the IPC effort. So we actually now are in a good place to getting something to the industry as quickly as possible. But beyond that, in more clerical issues, we have the Connected Factory Initiative as the name of the effort. We have the protocol that will result from this will be called the CFX standard, or the Connected Factory Exchange Data is what it stands for.
Trevor went on to ask Jason exactly how the software will work and what data it will carry.
The mandate of the committee is to develop a data standard and a transport recommendation, meaning what the data content will be coming from a given machine sensor or classification of device, and how will that be emitted from the machine or sensor. So in terms of actual software, they're not donating any of that. It's merely I shouldn't say merely because it is important, it's the data that they aggregated from all their machine vendors. So that alone can inform the final structure of the standard that the IPC will put forward. And further, the machine vendors have already done all this, so it actually exists, which is a huge leg up on the way to having something to the market as a standard that's viable.
Michael Ford explained that the new CFX standard will create a level playing field for all, where machine vendors will be able to send and receive data using the new platform.
Yeah, I think we've seen in the past machine vendors basically having to create their own, which they create and use information for different tasks. And they come up with things like line solutions, reading data from inspection machines and going back and modifying SMT machine behavior. And this has kind of proven things. Things have been going on for a long time. The problem is that they've been happening in a proprietary environment. So within this new standard, okay, you could say that we're bringing the data out from all of these machines such that anybody could come along and create whatever solutions they like. They may be line-level solutions, machine-level solutions, or site-level, enterprise level. All of these different things are allowed. But also there's a flip side to that, in that the information is also available back to the machine vendors from other processes, from other lines, from things like materials and work orders. So this is a two-way street, and it really enables a lot of new ideas to be taken forward at all of the different levels, giving machine vendors empowerment to develop additional solutions, whereas we can also then provide solutions on the site level from people like Jason and ourselves. So, this is really just opening up the whole opportunity. And the data availability, which does plug and play into all of these machines and systems, is really there to enable all of this to happen. We're not controlling what people will do with the data. We're simply giving them the opportunity to go away and think of some great ideas to help manufacturing go forward.
So this is extending beyond just the line software. This is going to go to a wider enterprise software in the factory?
Yeah, potentially it can go to all of those different levels, because once you have the information and you're propagating it up to MES or ERP levels, or let's say computerized solutions like Industry 4.0 or smart factories, yeah, you've got the information. That's the tools that you need to create the kind of solutions that people need.
The CFX standard is not merely a line-level software, but extends throughout the whole factory. Michael Ford explains more.
Traditionally, for example, you can go to a machine on the shop floor, take out a report, and 80% of the data you get is going to be almost meaningless, because the machine only knows what it's doing from its own perspective. But this new standard enables machines that are different, different types from different, kinds of information, a screen printer, reflow oven, SMT machine, to start to talk the same language. Then you can start to put pieces of information together so that you can communicate from one machine on the line to another machine on the line. Each machine has an understanding of what the line's doing. Are we doing a changeover? Do we have a bottleneck? Is another machine down? And so we've got good reporting for that whole line. But then from a planning perspective, it may be that what's made on this line, for example, may impact on another line. So we take that same data that we're sharing between the machines into, for example, a planning engine. And therefore we can start to have a look at what the potential consequences are going to be if that line stays down for a significant amount of time. That may also impact the way that materials are delivered. We would like to make a stop on that for the time being. Maybe we'd like to reschedule and move materials around to do production of a different product somewhere else. So immediately, all of the different functions that we see in the factory are all getting the same picture of the same thing at the same time. People aren't arguing anymore or bringing, making horrific meetings where people are discussing, what on earth do we do to save the situation. Everybody now is plugged into the same source of data.
You can watch this entire interview on Global SMT TV, on the website, or on Facebook/Global SMT. Honhai Precision Industry, or Foxconn Technology Group as they are better known, is taking a further jump into the chip manufacturing business with its latest announcement to partner with ARM to build a new chip design centre in the South China city of Shenzhen, according to reports from Nikkei Asian Review. This latest attempt at vertical integration might help Terry Gou get back on target towards his 10% growth target. So far this year, Foxconn has reported a drop of 3%, but the IoT industry is expected to boost growth in the chip manufacturing business by up to 19% this year, according to research group IC Insights. TT Electronics launched its Magnet Soldier Connector, the world's first only C4 I2 mil-spec connector specifically designed for textile mounting. Unlike circular barrel connectors, Magnet is a robust, flush rectangular solution with a self-aligning automatic magnetic latching system that enables the easiest ever one-handed blind mating. Intended for equipment connection to soldier-worn garments and load-carrying systems, the Magnet design provides mechanical latching with no moving parts for reliable, jam-free operation. Mycronic, the Swedish manufacturer of pick-and-place machines, and the My600 jet printer demonstrated a strong financial performance during the first 9 months of this year. Order intake and net sales increased 44% and 9% respectively, resulting in an operating margin of 22%. A large contribution to the growth came from the semiconductor division, where they have sold 9 mask writers so far this year. With the recent acquisition of Royotech and the Chinese dispensing company Axon, Mycronic is set to continue its aggressive expansion through new product development and acquisitions. Humisil announced the release of a 2-part silicon conformal coating and potting material. 2C51 is a versatile, fast curing and high dielectric strength material that can be tailored to the user's application methodology. The 2C51 provides superior protection as a conformal coating or if used to fully encapsulate the PCB. A simple 1:1 mix ratio assures accurate blending of the 2 parts, while its 2-color part packaging allows for easy verification of complete mixture. Another new product this week came from Alpha Assembly Solutions. They launched their new Tenso Red master tensioning frame, the latest development in Alpha's range of state-of-the-art printing stencils. Alpha Tenso Red master tensioning frame has been specifically designed to enable a higher and more even tension. Due to its innovative design, no air pressure on the frame is needed, resulting in significantly reduced maintenance costs and improved reliability. That's it for this week. Check back next week for more top stories from around the electronics world.